Hello, nice to meet you. I'm so glad to represent my papers to this conference. Let me introduce my papers. My paper subject is factors influencing nursing professional value of nursing students. I'm a professor of Mokpo Catholic University and Nursing Department. I'll introduce to my papers necessity of this research and the purpose of research, the research method, and the research conclusion. First, necessity of this research. Although the nearest to 20,000 students graduated from nursing college every year. The number of nurses working at the medical institutions per 10,000 people in Korea is 53.8% of the average offered by the Organizations for Economic Cooperation and Development. Out of the total 375,000 license holders as nurses, 186,000 are currently working at the medical institutions, accounting for only 49.6% of the holders. This shortage of nurses who are working at the medical institutions may be related to the research of the hospital nurses associations, according to which is the within 1 year the turnover rate of nurses who were employed in hospital after graduating nursing college merely reaches 33.9%. Nursing professionals' value are closely associated with job satisfaction, job performance, and organizations' commitment of nurses. Nurses with more positive nursing professional value are reported to show higher job satisfaction, a lower turnover rate, more effective performance, and a higher organization's commitment. And the nursing students who establish desirable nursing professional values through nursing education can further develop their value after becoming nurses. Therefore, it is required to pay attention to establishing and educating the nursing professional value of nursing students. So, nurse image of nursing students allows the student to change their view of nursing and to accept knowledge, skill, attitudes, belief, and ethics standards of nursing as the international part of their behavior during nursing education. Positive images of nurses enhance the self-esteem of nurse students, playing a significant role in establishing their identity as nurses. Nursing students who have the positive image of nurses during nursing education have a positive influence on performing their role in clinical practice. In addition, positive imaging of nurses are reported as the most influential variable in establishing nursing professional value. resilience is the ability to adjust the self-control level to flexibly respond to stressful situations, and adaptability that determines the motive of human behaviors, offer directions of action, and enable deal with unexpected clinical situations and stress. This is why ego resilience is an essential internal factor for nursing students who will work in various clinical sites. And this is also supported by the result of precedent studies showing that nursing students with higher ego resilience have a higher nursing professional value. As such, the Korean accreditations, the Board of Nursing Education, emphasize nursing professional value as a concept of measuring measures educational outcome that nursing students should achieve through curricular. However, few studies have been performed on the correlations between nurse image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value. The purpose of this study is to identify these correlations, determine factors affecting nursing professional value, and provide the basic data in order to prepare educational interventions for establishing nursing professional value of nursing students. Next time, I'll introduce my research's purpose. The purpose of this research, the purpose of this study is to identify the correlations between nurse image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value of nursing students, and to determine the factors affecting their nursing professional value. Next is I'll introduce my research design. This study is a descriptive survey study to determine the correlation between nurse image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value of nursing students, and to determine the factor affecting their nursing professional value. Participant. The subject of this are students of a nursing college in a university who understood the purpose of this study and agreed to participate. Although the number of subjects that is necessary to maintain 0.2 of the effect size, a decimal 0.05 of the significant level, and decimal 85 of the power was calculated as 182 by the G-power 3.1. This study distributed 200 structural questionnaires considering the dropout rate. 7 of them were excluded due to unsatisfactory responses, and a total of 193 questionnaires were used for the final analysis. I used these measurement tools. First, to measure the nurse image, a tool by game was used by revising and supplementing the tool of Lee and Yang. Based on the tool presented by Song, for measuring the image of nurses from physicians to nurses, hospital employee, and the general public. With a total of 40 items, Kim's tool adopts the 5-point Likert scale. The higher the score, the more positive the nurse image. In the study of a game, the reliability of the tool was revealed as a Kronberg alpha decimal 95, and in these studies, the Kronberg alpha was decimal 92. And second, the measures the ego resilience tool by Yu and Shim was used by translating and revising the ego resilience tool of Brock and Clement. The tool adopts a 5-point scale and consists of a total of 14 items, which are divided into 3 items of interpersonal relationship, 5 oral curiosity, 2 of emotional control, 2 of vitality, and 2 of optimism. The higher the score, the higher the ego resilience. The Kronberg's alpha in the study of Block and Clement was the decimal 76, and in this study, Kronberg's alpha was decimal 82. To measure nursing professional values, the items that were reduced from the 29 items developed by Yu, by the Han, through verified constructs validity by factor analysis were used. The tool was divided into 5 sub-domains of professional self-concept: social perceptions, nursing professionalism, a lot of nursing, and autonomy of nursing. The reliability of the tool in the studies of Han was revealed as Kronberg alpha decimal 91, and in these studies, Kronberg alpha was decimal 86. Analysis of data. I using SPSS Win 22 decimal. The data collected from the survey were analyzed using real numbers, percentage, average, standard deviations, t-test, ANOVA, Shepherd test, Pearson correlation, coefficient, and multiple regulations. I will say my paper's result. A difference in nurses' image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value of subject of general characteristics. Nurse image, according to the general characteristics, was found to present a significant difference with respect to personality and thinking for nursing professionalism. The ego resilience showed a significant difference in age, sex, grade, personality, thinking for nursing professionalism, and applications motivation. Nursing professional value have a significant difference in grade, personality, and thinking for nursing professionalism. These tables difference in nurses' ego resilience and nursing professional value in general characteristics. Next, correlations among of nurses, nurse image, ego resilience, and nursing professional value of subjects. When the correlations among nurse image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value of the subject or analysis and nursing professional value were shown to have significant static correlations with nurse image. And ego resilience and the nurse image ego resilience has significant static correlations like this. Correlation among nurse image ego resilience and the nursing professional values correlations. This table shows. Next, a factor influencing nursing professional value of a subject. The factor influencing the nursing professional value of nursing students were nurse image and ego resilience. The regression model was statistically significant, and the explanatory power of the model was 56.5%. Factor influencing nursing professional value of subject like this. Next, I will conclusion. I say this study is a descriptive survey to provide basic data for preparing effective educational intervention in order to establish nursing professional value of nursing students by determining the correlations between nurse image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value of nursing students, and identifying the factors influencing nursing professional value. The correlation between nurse image, ego resilience, and the nursing professional value. Nursing professional value had significant static correlations with nurse image and ego resilience. And there are also significant static correlations between nurse image and ego resilience. When factors influencing nursing professional value were analyzed, nurse image and ego resilience had significant influence on the values. And there is limitations in generalizing the result of this study because the target subjects were nursing students in one city. If further studies need to identify the variable affecting the formation of nursing professional values through replication studies with expanded subject. So I suggest that it is also necessary to develop a theoretical, curricular, and extracurricular program for nursing students, performing and establishing the value. To build qualitative clinical practice site and to pay attention in nursing education. Thank you. Thank you so much.